The game we are designing is called P2Pictomania, web-based and peer-to-peer pictomania. As the name suggests, Pictomania has something to do with pictures. The game is very popular. Exactly how popular? Here are some facts that suggest that the game is very popular indeed. It stands in the top 4% of all board games on BoardGameGeek.com, and in 2012 it was nominated for the Best Party Board Game category. How exactly is the game played? In Pictomania, each player is assigned a word to draw. Your goal is to guess the other player's words while drawing your own. That's right, everyone is drawing and guessing simultaneously. No one has the time to draw a complex masterpiece. The player who can sketch the essence of a word with a few lines will have more time to figure out what the other players are drawing. The simple scoring system rewards you for a drawing that is easy to guess as well as for guesses made quickly and accurately. But regardless of your score, you are certain to get a laugh out of your fellow players' drawings.
Let's discuss about the interaction of players in a game. Firstly, the game is played within a group. The first person to create a non existing group is designated as the leader of the group. Other players can join the groups which have already been created. The communication of group information can be via an external channel, or a group of people in the same location can share the group information among themselves. The leader then distributes words that are assigned to each player in the group. Then each player can start drawing a word from the list of words it obtained from the leader. The words assigned are based on the difficulty level of the group as a whole. Everyone in the group can draw as well as guess others' drawings at the same time. This makes the game asynchronous and even more interesting to play. Players in a group play a round of game. Each round is timed and it exists for a few minutes. When a guess is made, a message is sent to the player who is drawing the picture, who responds back, letting the player know whether his or her guess was correct or not. For each correct answer, points are awarded, and at the end of the game, the player with the highest score is declared the winner.
This is the overall system design for our game. Let me first describe each component we have in our system. Firstly, there are the pure machines you see on the bottom half that are used by individual players to play our game. The second component that you see on the top half is the centralized server, which may be reached using a DNS name. Please keep in mind that this is the only centralized component in our entire system, and is used mainly for the purposes of bootstrapping the game when a peer wants to either host a new game or join one that already exists. Once all the peers connect to each other for a given hosted game, they communicate in a peer-to-peer fashion in order to play. Let's now talk about the way we intend to design the system on each peer node. We have partitioned the system here into three layers. The bottom layer being the connections layer, used to maintain connections and heartbeats to other peers. The second layer holding the game logic, and the top layer being the presentation layer, which includes the interface through which the user draws their pictures and makes guesses about other pictures drawn by other peers. We do this in order to maybe one day take our system into non-browser based platforms such as mobile phones, and still keeping the underlying logic and networking the same and changing only the presentation layer. Since our project uses the browser-based approach, the user's interactions on the browser are transformed into actions using the game logic layer, and these actions are sent to the other peers through the connections layer.
There are three main technical challenges that we will be facing in the developing process. First is the cheating problem. We need to eliminate human factor from the whole deciding process of whether a guess is correct or not, just to keep the integrity of the game. Then the reliability, to keep the game going normally when some users get cut off or leave in the middle of an ongoing session. The third is scalability. Our system needs to be able to support a large number of players playing simultaneously. We also prepare ourselves for the following skill challenges. HTML5 and JavaScript will be used to build our front-end service. For our backend side, we use the Go language, which will be our major skill challenge in this project. We will also try to implement the WebRTC protocol for easier audio and video communication among our players. A final summary of our project is we will be building a web-based drawing and guessing Pictionary-like game. In our game, concurrent P2P technology will be used to allow users to interact through text and possibly via audio and video exchange. Well, that's the end of our presentation, and thanks for watching.